Welcome to DesignerDigitals Bi-Weekly Tip, April 7th, 2017. This week, Creative Techniques with Filmstrip Frames in Photoshop and Elements Part 2. This week is the second part in a series of tips on how to use Katie Pertitte's Filmstrip Frames creatively. This series shows you how a few simple changes to the frames allow you to use them over and over again, getting a different look each time. Whether you're using a film strip frame set or a template with film strip frames, these ideas will give you creative choices for using the images. Outline frames by recoloring non-textured backgrounds. The outline technique is inspired by Patricia Z's adorable baby page. There's several ways to get the effect of the film strip frames on Patricia's page. In the last tip, we explored how to create a gray outline to get this look. Another way to get this look is to recolor the frame to match the background. Here's how. We'll begin by recreating Patricia's page with a white background and white frames. Open the layered template or frame image in Photoshop or Elements. For the sample, I'm using Katie Pertitte's filmed layered template. Change the background to white by selecting the background layer and pressing Ctrl-U or on a Mac system Command-U on the keyboard. This brings up the Hue Saturation dialog box. Move the lightness slider all the way to the right and click OK. Select the film strip layer. I'm using the Move tool to select the layer, and again press Ctrl-U or Command-U on the keyboard. Again, you'll move the lightness slider all the way to the right and click OK. Because the frame has a drop shadow applied, you'll get the outlined effect using this method. If you don't want to use a white background, you can match the frame color to the background color using this method. Select the background layer and get the Paint Bucket tool. Click the foreground color chip at the bottom of the Tools panel. This brings up the color picker. Use the slider to choose a color family. And then you can move the circle inside of the color box to choose a new color. Or you can move the cursor over to the open document and click on a color on the document. You'll notice that the cursor changes to an eyedropper tool, and when you click, the eyedropper sucks up the color that you're hovering over. At this point, you can either go with that color or you can change it a little bit by moving the circle around to get a more pleasing color. Use the Paint Bucket tool to click on the background to fill the layer with your new color. With the background layer selected, press Ctrl-J on the keyboard. On a Mac system, that's Command-J. This makes a copy of the background, so you'll see that you've got the background and then a copy of the background right on top of it. Use the Move tool to drag that copy layer up over the frame layer in your document. It should rest one position above the film strip frame layer. Press Alt-Control-G on a Mac system, that's Option-Command-G on your keyboard to clip the frame to the background copy. In older versions of Elements, press Ctrl-G or Command-G. This causes the film strip to be covered by the paper. It's like gluing the paper to the frame layer. Because the frame has a drop shadow, it creates a subtle outline. Matching the color of the film strip frame to the background color changes the feel of the page. It's a great way to alter the look of the frame. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to check back in 2 weeks for the next tip on using film strip frames in different ways.